Welcome back, my champions. Right, so I wish you all the best, and let's get quickly started with. Even today's class is going to be JavaScript. We're starting after a break of maybe 2 or 3 days, but yeah, I was not feeling great and I was not feeling well. But yeah, all is well that ends well. So I am well, and then now your class is also going to be well. Except the fact that I have a sore throat, I may at times do that tongue twist and do ha ho he at times because I'm not having a great throat. So kindly bear with me. All right, and let me quickly start with today's topic, and the topic is as follows. Right, so we've seen these things if else, and now we have to see is nan parse int eval prompt confirm and parse float. So I'll start from confirm, right? Confirm a method, right? So let's quickly get started with confirm method of Java script. So to get started, I will just open script. So I'll say script type is equal to text slash Java script, and JavaScript is never ever 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 a closing, a self closing tag, right? It's never going to be a closing tag, right? All right. So if I now say var x is equal to confirm, so you are showing a confirm dialog, right? And you're showing him press a button, right? So this is what you are showing in, or this is what you're showing to the user as a dialog. Hey, JavaScript loads and this confirm is shown. So let me refresh it, right? You can say press a button, okay, or cancel, right? So you can even say, or you can say, hey, I don't want, so I'll show the confirmation, right? So I'm showing the confirmation dialog, right? Are you sure you want to delete this, right? For example, so let us say we have this div id wrapper, so we always, or we can say div id text, right? So we have this div id text, so it has something written in here, right? Hello baby, how are you? How are you spending your COVID-19 days, right? So we'll say it's been one hell of a lockdown. I pray and wish to have right the life back again, or I pray and wish to get back to normal again. So I didn't intend writing this story, but yeah, I had to write it. So I don't. Hello, baby. How are you? Right. So I may use a br here. How are you spending your COVID-19 days? Right. So paragraph wise, so we can go something like this. So, hello, baby. How are you? How are you spending your COVID-19 days? It's been one hell of a lockdown. I pray and I wish to get back to normal again. At times, you have to show confirmation dialogue. Hey, are you sure you want to? For example, you want to delete something. Hey, are you sure you want to do this? Right? Because we in web application development and also in software engineering have to give users the complete luxury, right? And we have to minimize user errors up to the extent possible under us. So if you do not minimize user errors, right, your user will say, I didn't click it, right? It just got deleted because he may not, user may not click some event knowingly. Maybe a customer or a client may come to your website and may hit few buttons unknowingly, right? Wherein a confirmation dialog has to be an option for it. So for example, I'll say function, so this is the function delete. So inside this I'm going to have this confirmation dialog, right? So it's a function basically. So function this confirm is also a function. Anything that has parentheses is basically a function, and this confirm function takes one parameter as a string, right? All right, now we have supplied this. So now what I do here, I go underneath the div text, div text, and I say input type. So I'll say button. Why input type button? Because I don't want to refresh the page. So I will say on click, right? So I'll say JavaScript. I want to go on click. Where do you want to go? JavaScript delete. So whenever I click on this function, I want you to fire this function delete, right? So now you can see, right, and I can say value is equivalent to delete, or we can say delete, delete, right? So I can keep this value. And before that, I can have a br, a break line, and another, and I may have another break line, right? So two break lines. Okay, now let's get started and click. Okay, let's click on the delete button. So now you can see, are you sure you want to delete this? What? This. So I'll say okay. Now, as of now, nothing is happening. We're just showing the confirm, and we're taking the result in this var x, or we can say var result. So now you might have an alert. This result, right? So let us see, I alert this result, and let's see what do we get back. Are you sure you want to delete this? I'll say okay, so we get true because I have hit okay. Now if I say, are you sure you want to delete this? If I click cancel, I get false. So this is what the confirmation dialog works as. So I'll say now if result, that means if result is true, right? So what you got to do is this. What? So I will say document dot get element by id, and that is div text dot inner html, right? So I'll say dot inner html is equal to nothing. So you deleted everything, right? So now what you are doing, you're deleting whatever is inside this text, right? And you can say alert, maybe if you want to show alert, I don't know, deleted successful, right? So now let's see, delete, are you sure you want to delete this? I'll say no, cancel. Delete, are you sure you want to delete this? I'll say okay, deleted successfully. Now you can see that it's been deleted. Now maybe you may try and hit this unknowingly, right? For example, you're coming to the website, or you're visiting the website, or you try to surf many pages wherein you without intention, or without having any proper intention, or without deliberately hitting a button, you tend to click some buttons here and there by mistake. So to avoid that mistake, we'll have to give customer, and we have to give the client who's visiting our website the luxury, right, wherein we are taking care of not only our mistakes but his mistakes as well. Oh, I don't want to do this. Let's say, but you want to transfer money to the account, and now what you have seen finally, oh, it's a wrong account number, right? So without a confirmation dialog, are you sure you want to send money to Falani account? You want to send money to this account, or had it been bank, right? You want to send, it's not want, it's want. You want to send money to this account, then you say okay, maybe multiple confirmations to confirm whether it's really you are not as required at times. So this is your confirmation, right? You can type the message. It has two buttons, okay and cancel. Okay returns true and cancel returns false, which you can conditionally format inside your function. So that is the first thing done. Confirm is done. So let's go to prompt, right? And and then we'll go to enan, and we'll check many things. In fact, we'll check all the things today, so we have to see all of them, right? And we have to see prompt as well. So let's see what prompt is. For example, right, so prompt can take data from the username. So we can say var dob, right, is equivalent to, so I'll say, hey, show me a prompt wherein I want to take data from the user. And what do you want to keep? Please enter your birth month, right? So I want to take data from you. That's why I'm showing you the prompt. Please enter your birth month, right? So we can say, now we can show him example. So I'll say like APRIL April. Now we can say alert DOB. After taking DOB, I can alert the same DOB. So now I'll say delete. Now you say please enter your birth month, like April. So I'll say I'll say March, and then I say okay. Now the prompt allows you to take data as an input from the client, right? Now you can say you're alerting March, and I'd say so please enter your birth month. So this is how prompt works. So I'll say FEB Feb. Now you're getting February. Or what you can do right here is the following. What following? Okay, so now instead of this, I will say prompt, right? So we'll say you got to take, right? Okay, so I'll say if DOB dot length is greater than 5 or greater than 4, then document.get element by id dot init html is equivalent to that you were born in plus, and then I'll say plus month, right? And in between plus I can use DOB, and it's as simple as anything. So now you can see this working absolutely fine. So instead of delete, so I'll say get DOB. Now I'll get a prompt, right? Get DOB, so I'll get prompt. So I'll say APRIL April. I'll say okay. Now you're overwriting you were born in April month. So now prompt allows you to take data from the client, right, as an input, right? So I'll define both the things. So now we have seen confirm method, right? The confirm method displays a dialog box with a specified message along with an OK and a cancel button. A confirm box is often used if you want the user to verify or to accept something, right? And to verify what he accepts. And now we have confirm. The confirm method returns true if it's clicked OK and false otherwise, right? And now if I go to prompt instead of confirm, right? So definition and usage is the prompt method displays a dialog box that prompts the visitor for input. That means you're prompting the visitor or the client of the website for an input. A prompt box is often used if you want the user to input a value before entering a page. When a prompt box pops up, right, user will have to either click OK or cancel, because it has to be, right? When you prompt, you have to either accept or cancel. If user cancels, nothing happens. If user does not, now if I show you, now if I say cancel, so nothing is going to happen. So for example, if I load my website, I'll say cancel, nothing happens. So if I say, like, you're getting April, right? So this is how it works, right? You can say FE, or we can say JANUARY, January, click OK, you're born in January. So this is how it works. So now it is done. Now we have parse int. I've already shown you how do you convert int. Okay, parse float and parse int is same. So if you want to convert floating point representation value, so you can have parse float. So now confirm and prompt is done. Eval, which is evaluation, and parse int is still pending, right? All right. So now we'll get going with man. All right. Okay. So now if I say, I'll just click on this function. I'll say test. So the caption of the button is going to be test. So now I say test, nothing happens. So now when I click on test, event is called, del function is called, and event is generated, and del function is called. If I say alert, right? Okay, so I will say VALUE value is equal to 112, right? So I will say if it is nan, is NAN, is nan. If it is nan, nan means not a number, not a number, but it is a number, right? Is nan value. So I'll get either true or I'll get either false. I want to check whether the number, right, is now false, right? It is nan, because it is a number. If I say HELLO, hello, right, then it is a nan, not a number, right? So you're getting true, right? Why true? Because it is not a number. Is it not a number? Yes, hello is not a number, right? So that's how is nan is going to work, right? Now if I say 1 2 3, is it not a number? It is a number, so is nan will return false. Here the nan will return false, so we're getting false, right? And now if I say this, so now this is going to return true, because this is not a number. Now it's taken as a string because you have enclosed 1 2 3 within quotes, meaning it is not a number, right? Right then, so let's get quickly started. Refresh. Now you're getting true, false, because it is not a number, right? 1 2 3, no 1 2 3, not a number, false, false. Yeah, it's still going to be false. Yeah, it's still going to be false because it is a number. Sorry, my mistake. Is nan will take it as a number, because you're not checking for integer digits or character digits, only checking for number. So number can be anything. 9 is a number, right? So you can say, right, I'll say test false, right? Or you can use the function, right? So I will say if is nan, right, of value, right? So let's take value from input. So I'll say input type text. I will say id is equal to nan txt. Right, so I'll call this as nan txt. So what you can do, document document dot get element. So document dot get element by id, which is going to be nan txt dot value, right? So you are going to take the value, and that value will go inside this var value, right? So let me first see. So I'll say alert value. First things first, we'll do step by step. We'll go step by step, and I'll say hello, and I click on test, so we're not getting anything. Why? Document dot get element by id, right, dot value. Maybe value is not a function, who knows? We'll have to see. Yeah, absolutely right, value is not a function. So I'll say heo, so we are getting heo, right? So now we will say if, right? So I will say if it is not a nan, right? If is nan of value is equivalent to false. You can write both the things, so you can write opposite of it, or you can write, right, whatever you want. So I'll say document dot get element by id, and I call this as text dot inner. So I'll say inner HTML is equivalent to right, so it is a number, right? You can do this. NaN means you check whether the value is number or it is not a number. So it's as simple as anything. But yeah, it is not a number. So it's as simple as anything. So what is the spelling of else? E-L-S-E, else. Now I'll say 111. So I'll test. It is a number, right? Or we can say not it. So instead of it, I can itself use value plus, right? So whatever value is. So I can say value and concatenate it, right? This is what we can do. Alright, so let me refresh. So I will say hello. Alright, hello is not a number. So now I'll say 1, 2. 1, 2 is a number. So I'll say 1, 19. So I'll say 19 is a number. So I will say 10 plus 10. So 10 plus 10 is not a number because it is an evaluation number. So not a number. So I'll say 10, 10 is a number. So I'll say 1 inside quotes. 1 is just a moment. Inside single quotes is not a number because you're already converting it there. So 1 is a number, right? 2 is a number. So up to 999, you can try anything. 999 is a number, and any number you want to take, so it is a number. So what is NaN? N represents for not, right? A represents for a, and represents for number. So how do you use and when do you use is NaN function, right? Is NaN function determines whether the value is an illegal number or not a number. The function returns true if the value equates to NaN, otherwise it returns false. Is that clear? All right. Now what else is remaining? Prompt is done. Confirm eval is remaining. Okay. Is there anything else which is remaining? Which one of the following is used to take input from user? Please answer this. Please answer this. So I am expecting you to answer. Input alert does not take input from user, right? Does it take? Right. And what else is there? Prompt is there. IsNaN does not take, input from user. Confirm does not take. Confirm is either okay or it's, it can either return true or it can either return false. It does not take input from user. So it's prompt that takes user inputs, right? So the answer is prompt. Okay. All right. If else is done, is NaN eval. Okay, now let me first complete eval. So otherwise, it is going to remain just like that. For example, if I do not have a number, right? If I do not have a mathematical, let's say a plus minus. For example, if I have to evaluate a complete expression in order to get a result, right? For example, if I say, for example, alert. Okay, let me just. So I'm getting the value of NaN txt, which is right here, right? And we will say alert, or will not say alert. So just a moment. So now I say inner HTML is equivalent to value. Whatever you write will finally go there. So that's okay. And let me just say eval. Eval. So it's an arbitrary code execution. So let's say eval, E-V-A-L, eval, evaluation. So I say 10, we get 10. But what if I say 10 plus 10? Will I get 10 plus 10, 20? I want this input to be taken, right, as an expression which has to be evaluated rather than normal numbers to be printed. For example, if I say 10 plus 10, right, or we can say 10 into 2 plus 10. Right, so what do you expect the answer to be? So that's what 10 into 2 plus 10. So it's just printing us, but I want this to be evaluated. Right? So now, how do you evaluate this string, right? So I will say value is equivalent to eval, which is evaluation, right? I repeat, which is going to be evaluation of value. I don't know whether it's going to work like this. All right, so it may work. So I'll say 10 plus 10. I'll say eval. Now you can see it evaluates 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. 10 into 2 plus 10. How much do you expect the answer to be? Right, or we can say 10 plus 20 into 10. What is the answer? BODMAS rules. First, what do you expect? Multiplication to happen. All right, so let me keep it 10 to 20 into 2, 40. 40 plus 10, 50. So evaluation, you can see, is going to be 50. So this is how your eval function is going to work. It is going to evaluate whatever code, arbitrary code execution we call it, whatever code you're taking from the input as an input is going to be evaluated by the JavaScript engine. Right, or that statement can be completely like this. So if you want brackets, so this is going to be 50 plus 100, so that's going to be 150. Now you can clearly see first brackets, BODMAS rules are applied, bracket, and inside bracket the first thing is multiplication, BODMA, M-A. A comes after M, means multiplication will happen first and then addition will happen. So 20 into 2, 40, 40 plus 10, 50, 50 plus 100 is 150. BODMAS brackets are going to be evaluated first and then M multiplication first and addition afterwards, and then if I say minus 20, so we're going to get 130, right? Minus is going to happen after that. So this is how eval works. So is that done now? Right. In this session you run if, else, switch case, do, while, for, while, is nan, parse int, parse float, eval, prompt, and confirm. So all are done, right? And done and done and done and done and dusted. So let me quickly see if there's anything that is remaining. So if there's anything that is pending or remaining, we'll not mind taking it again, right? All right. Okay, now we have this. Design an HTML form. We know how to design an HTML form. We already used every single thing. Yeah, option is there, option group, everything is there. Text area is there. Keygen. Okay, we have not used this keygen tag. So I would like to show you guys first about this keygen tag. So now, what is the keygen tag? Element generates an encryption key for passing encrypted data to the server. When an HTML form is submitted, the browser will generate a peer key to store private key in the browser's local data. So that is for that we will use this. So it is just for encryption. We use keygen to generate a HTML5 key, encryption key. All right. Let's see now how do you do this. So let me show you a sample. For example, we have a form here. Okay, let's say form action is equal to some page. Let's say process, process, right? Or let's say self action. All right. So method post. All right. All right. So this is the closer. Opening the form, closing the form, so we can use a label. So let's use label in an HTML5 style. So we use label like this. Now, so let's say label is going to be username. Please enter your username, and that is going to be input type text, and ID is equal to txt user name. All right, so we can use another label in here, and we can ask for password. Input type text txt password and txt username. Input type here is going to be password. Hip hip hooray, right? And yeah, we need input. So it's about input type submit. right, and value is equal to save or whatever value you want. So let me refresh it. Alright, so let us refresh it. Okay, we are getting username, password, and we are getting maybe the save button or the login button. Alright, so I don't know. Right. So now what I want this to be encrypted automatically. Right. So, for example, how do I make you guys understand about keygen? Right. So I'll say, for example, I want this data to be submitted back to the web server. Right. It is basically, encrypted. Right. I want this to be completely encrypted. So now what I do right here, so I will say, let's go ahead and let me create another label. So I'll say label, right? So I will say another label. Let's call it encryp. So I'll say encryption, and inside this I will use a keygen, which is key generator name. Let's call this key, right? And what else? Nothing. So let's close it down. All right, so let's see what key do we get right here. So we'll say encryption. All right, so we have keygen, which is key generator name is equal to key. So it has to now generate it, and you have to understand that this tag is not supported in let's say about maybe Internet 9 also does not support it, or maybe no Internet Explorer supports it, who knows. Right, but yeah, one thing is for sure, that it is not supported, right? Okay, now let us see that how does this username and password, how does it go to the web server, right? And it's very good, it's very good. All right, but you'll not understand the complete use of keygen tag in HTML5 unless we have some kind of server-side programming or server-side scripting language at the back end to take it, because request and response basically is between the client and the web server. All right, so the proper use, why do we use it and what is the proper use of this, will be understood only after we basically understand the server-side scripting as well. Right, so now, but yeah, we can have this keygen name is equal to say challenge. So we'll say challenge is equal to 0987654321. So let's keep this as challenge. All right, so now we have that encryption key to be generated. So now our key has been generated, right? I'll give you the rough idea. The HTML keygen tag is used to process web forms with certificate management system. The element generates a secure key and submits the public key, right? So it's basically, if I go and view the page source, now you can see, all right. So this basically is a form, all right. So this basically is this form will be submitted to this address right here. For example, if I write down something, so I say nitsrinagar.com, the form data, whatever is inside the form will be submitted to nitsrinagar.com, right? And if I want to take any sort of key to nitsrinagar.com, so that nitsrinagar.com allows me. So we use this encryption keys to basically submit data to the website. It has many many attributes. One of the attributes is challenge. A challenge string is submitted along with the public key, right, to the web server, right? So we have form there, we have key type here, the type of key generated, the default value is taken. So right, so we have to understand many different things once we go ahead with this key. So just like certificate management in an HTML5. So keygen is used for certification management in HTML5, and the data, right, that is submitted inside the form, if we use key, will be encrypted. The only matter of the fact is that we cannot show you every single thing because it may require your backend knowledge. So we'll go to Java, and then maybe we'll take Java JSP servlets, and then alongside JSP servlets we'll take this key as well. All right. So that was key. You'll not understand it completely, but yeah, it's just a bit of key. All right. So we have seen some autofocus is the attribute of key. All right. The Boolean attribute lets you specify that the control should have input focus when the page loads. So I've already shown you. If you want it to have autofocus, it's going to be automatically focused. Boolean is also true. Sorry, disable is also Boolean. Right, indicates that the form control is not available for interaction. Right, key type is basically the type of key that you're trying to generate, and form is basically the element that is associated with the form. Right. So you're not going to understand it completely, but yeah, key will be understood. It's very easy. It's not difficult. The only matter of the fact is that you do not know any server-side language as of now. Had you known any, so we would have already finished this as well. But in case you do not know this, so that's why you'll not be able to understand it completely. So let's get used to it. Okay. So all right, so this thing is also done. Okay, the window object has properties. Okay, so now let's go and stick to window objects. Let me have this here, a window object, right? So we have, for example, we do alert. We don't do alert actually, we do window.alert. All right, we do prompt. For example, if I say a is equal to window window dot prompt, right, hello, and the value we are going to take. So this is prompt, right? But I did not write window dot prompt earlier, right? You can see I click on save, or maybe I click on something else, right? So we can get this prompt. All right. Okay, so you can say alert a, whatever prompt you are getting. So, right. So we're not getting it as of now. All right. So if I say only prompt, something wrong here. A is equal to prompt. Prompt was working earlier. Oh, what happened? Okay, what is A? It has to be var A. I just, in pursuit of maybe some quick things, so I tend to do, I tend to lose more time in pursuit of being total quick. I don't know what is wrong with this prompt. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So what is the problem here with prompt? Do you find any problem with prompt? P-R-O-M-P-T, prompt. I don't know. What went wrong is, I have no idea. P-R-O-M-P-T, var A, so I don't know, maybe it's because of this encryption key, or maybe format. Yeah, we have input type submit here. We should not have input type submit here. Even if you're having input type submit, you can return false here. So you can, now this is going to stop F-A-L-S-E, false. Right? And now this is going to stop the form submission. You're not calling this on click. Oh my god, how can I do this? So you're not calling this on click. So I'll say on click JavaScript del function has to be called, and because now we are using input type submit, so we will say take the return type. So now you say take the return type of del. If the function returns true, only then this form is going to be submitted to the server. Since we are not going to allow this form to get submitted to the server because we will be using JavaScript from the client, that is why I'm returning false. So the moment you return false, form submission is supported. Now you can see this right here, you're getting prompt. You can say, hey, hello. So I'll say 100. So now you're displaying that 100 as well. Now if I say return true, so now you can clearly see that this form will be submitted to the web server, right? You can see now, keep your eyes here. Now you can see it's refreshed and the form is submitted back to the web server. So that's why you should have return false. One of the greatest things, okay, I'll give you more example of this. Instead of alerting, well, I do right here, right, and this is the value. Okay, you're taking from the prompt, so I will say var value. So let's see, we're taking var value here from the prompt. So I'll take it from the prompt. 100 plus 100, so I'll get 200. So I'll have to say, now you're not getting it. 100 plus 100. Now you should get 200 here, but you're not getting it because the form is getting refreshed, right? So now I'll say return false. So return false is going to stop the form submission. Now if I say 100 plus 100, so form is not going to be submitted and we are getting the evaluated result of 200. And you can even evaluate 20 into 7 plus 100 into 17 divided by 221. So now you can evaluate this, and this is the number you get after the evaluation. Alright, now what I had to show you, I just forgot the main topic, that it's basically not the prompt, but the actual thing is window.prompt. Now is window.prompt. It's not alert, it's window.alert. So now how many we can say implicit object or the properties does, how many properties does window.object represents? The window object represents an open window in a browser. That means window means an open window in a browser. Right? If a document contains frames, the browser contains one of the windows for the HTML documents as well. Now, window object properties has closed. Right? Returns a Boolean value indicating whether a window has been closed or not. Right? So, for example, say, right, window dot close. So we want to get whether the window is closed or, so I can say the document dot get element by ID. I'll say text dot inner HTML is equivalent to val. So let's see now. So we will be getting false. So let me get rid of these two things. Okay, let me get rid of this form. I don't want this form here. Oh my god, I got rid of the button as well. Alright, so let me just get rid of it. Alright, so now we'll say save. Save, it's still getting refreshed. Alright, okay. Var A is equivalent to window. Yeah, it's not going to get it, so I'll say window dot close. If I take it out, test.html is what I have to go, and if I say still refreshing the page, I don't know. It's not closed, it's closed. Yeah, closed, closed. Why did I say close? I don't know. It is closed. So let me write it down again. Say. So we're not getting anything here. Yeah, we're not returning false. I say return false. I forgot to return false. My god. Now it's still getting submitted. Why? Window dot closed. So I'll say val is equivalent to window dot closed, and then yeah, so I do some things at times, I don't know, still getting basically window dot closed, right? I don't know. Okay, let's see if I say alert window dot closed. It is not a function, it is a, yeah, false. So we are getting one. Window is not closed, right? So we are getting it without refreshing the page. Yeah, window is not closed, right? Absolutely fine. Why did I get this then? I don't know. Yeah, I'm using it as a function. It's not a function, it's a property. Alright, because the topic is properties, right? What are the properties of Windows object? Sorry. Now if I click, now you can say false, window is not closed. So if I say, you can say false, window is not closed, right? So window is open, or you can say on close if you want to do something when the window closes. So you can even use on close when the window closes if you want to use. We have console, right? So if you want to write something to console, right? So I can say console dot write so I can see this console if I want to write to the console, so I can write to the console object, right? So that's also possible in JavaScript. That means writing to the console object is also possible in Java. So we have assert, we have clear, log, alright, so we have trace maybe. Now let's see log. Console is not coming here, so I'll say console console console.log. So I can say, okay, we can say the same val, so I'll write the same val. So I'll say window closed is, and I can say plus val. Right, so now you can say click here, inspect element, go to application, console. Now click here. Now you can say you're writing it to console now, right? Window closed is false. So here you're getting false, but on console you're writing window closed is false. So you're writing it to the console. You're logging it to the console, right? So this is again console. We have seen closed as a property of window. Console, it's also window.console, right? It's not only console, it's window.console. We've seen console to be the property of object window. We have seen console as a property. Right? We have seen document, that's window.document. When we say document.getRead, we have window.frame, right? So those things are also available, right? So write lines. So we have document. What does document provide us, right? So document provides these sort of things, right? And we have also seen on mouse down, on blur. So you can also see these event listeners, right? So these are also available. So let me show you all now. So what time is it? Yeah, we still, okay, we are about the time, we passed the time, but yeah, I'll show you, you can do it yourself. Please take a note of this, please practice them yourself. So they are very small properties of JavaScript, alright. So you've seen them, practice them like anything. Default status, document you're done, frames are not shown. You can do frames because document.get frames you do not do. Whenever we use iframe or we use a frame, we use HTML frames, we do not do document.get element by ID. We say document.get frames and the name of the frame, name, parent, self, top, status. So you have to do, right? Open, we have done it. Close, we have done. Alert, we have seen. Set timeout and close timeout have not seen. You can do them yourself as well. So I wish you all the best. Do practice all the properties of window and also all the methods of window. In case you're facing problem, let me know the problems that you're facing, right? And I'll guide you inshallah, right? If Allah Ta'ala permits, if God wills, right? So I shall be content in guiding you through, right? But only when you tell me the problems that you are facing. So manipulate the components, right? Yeah, you can say manipulate. Yeah, we have to see this as well. Maybe 2 or 3 more classes before we wind up this session and go to the server-side scripting. So next session is going to be real fun with you guys. Right, so stay in touch and do practice hard and be in synchronized with me. Be completely synchronized with me. Right, and do practice all the things that I want you to practice, and let me know down in the comment section and also in the group once you complete the work. Right, wish you all the best. Bye bye. Take care.